What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, K. So, today's video is gonna be kind of different. So, today I'm gonna be telling y'all my story. So, today make a year. Today is February 4th, 2023. And today make an entire year of me rededicating my full life to Christ. Yes, y'all, a full year of living for Christ and not myself has been the best thing I've ever done. It really has. So I'm gonna be telling y'all my story, the things I went through, what got me to where I'm at today, and who I am. So it's basically like a updated like get to know me video, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Cause we go hard in the paint, hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. We wear the shit, hard in the paint. Alright, so a year ago, your girl was wilding, okay? Well, I'm gonna start from the beginning, alright? So when I was a teenager, I say about 15, 16, I was very depressed. I felt very lonely, and I just felt like I had nobody, you know what I'm saying? And growing up, my mama always taught us about God, you know what I'm saying? She never forced it on us, but she did teach us who God was and how to, you know, talk to him and things of that nature. Although we wasn't a church going family, we did indeed go to church, you know. But yeah, and so I knew God, you know what I'm saying? I knew of him, but I didn't know him how I know him today. So that's all I knew. So that's who I ran to. I ran to God when I couldn't go to family, I couldn't go to friends, I couldn't go to the person I was dating at the time. I couldn't do none of that, you know. I feel like I couldn't, even though I probably could have. I just felt like enough. But yes, God was the one person that I ran to, and I just opened up to him and just gave my life to him. So yeah, this is at the age of 15, 16. And so my family didn't really like grow up, like I said, speaking about Christ, speaking about who he is and how to build a relationship with him. So I didn't know. All I knew was to pick up the Bible, and that was my answers. That's what I was taught as a kid. Pick up the Bible, you know. So I picked up the Bible. As a 15-year-old, you really don't comprehend the King James Version as you could as an adult, you know what I'm saying? So my interpretation was to follow all the laws and commandments, and that was it, you know what I'm saying? But in the moment, I didn't understand it was deeper than that, you know. Having a relationship with Christ is way deeper than that. If y'all want me to go deeper into what I mean by that, just like comment, subscribe, whatever, and I will come with that video later on. But so yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to follow all the laws and commandments, and I'll be good, you know. And so it was more to that, like I said. But June 9th, 2019, I got baptized for the first time. I'm so glad that I didn't get baptized when I wanted to the first time, because like the first time when I knew God, I knew who Jesus was, I knew I believed in him, was at the age of 7. I had an encounter in church with the Holy Spirit at the age of 7, and then ever since then I knew that I loved God, you know. And I knew who he was. Well, I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him. So yeah, so I got baptized. Time go on, I started Bible study, you know, group with a few students, a few kids that I went to school with, and then we end up getting closer and closer, and now we're still friends to today. And yeah, and then once a year before I graduated high school, the Bible study kind of stopped because everybody kind of like strayed away a little bit, you know. But I kept reading my Bible, just not probably as consistent as I should have been. So then comes time for me to go to college. Y'all, I grew up with strict parents. Like, my mom didn't allow me to do much as a kid. So I never had experience doing things that I was supposed to do, I guess that's how you said, which is I'm very grateful for, Mom. So don't take this to offense. I'm very grateful. So I came to college, y'all, and I was wilding. I'm not gonna lie. I was wilding, you know? I mean, not like that, since like I had some moral standards for myself, but I was drinking. I was doing things that I wasn't supposed to do, going to parties. I just knew went against God. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that wasn't what God wanted me to do. And I just remember feeling like his wrath, like how angry he was with me because, you know, I once was living for him and then came to college and my whole demeanor changed. You know what I'm saying? So I kept like I was very lukewarm in college, y'all. Very lukewarm. I was trying to balance like having a relationship with him and going out and talking about him to people and still, but I wasn't representing him right, you know? I wasn't representing him right at all. How you love God, but you doing this and this and this and this. I was very much so a hypocrite, not gonna lie. So, it got to a point where I stopped talking about him. I just was going to parties, constantly doing my thing, you know? And so then it just, one day, I had enough. I felt so empty. Like I didn't feel him. Not feeling his presence, like he had left me, you know what I'm saying? I felt like how I felt years ago, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt alone again, even with people around. You know, these people wasn't helping me draw closer to God. Like I just felt empty, you know, because I didn't have God in my life, you know, because he was that one thing that actually made me feel whole. And then I lost him for my own desires, my own, you know, selfish ways. And I was like, ain't nothing worth losing God. You know what I'm saying? Like my father, ain't nothing worth losing him, you know? So I was like, I gotta do better. I gotta do better, Kara. So I just pray. I said, Lord, if it is in your will, I was just like, you know, remove anybody that isn't meant to be in my life. Remove anybody that's keeping me from you. But I was like, without killing them. Because like sometimes you have to be specific in your prayers. So, you know, you gotta be specific in your prayers. So I was like, Lord, without killing them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I just want to get back on track with you, Lord. Help me, you know? When I tell y'all, everybody was leaving like this. Like, I was like, Lord, I ain't mean this quick. Like, hold on. But yeah, y'all, like, everybody was cutting me off, or I was cutting everybody off. Left to right. It hurt. In that moment, it did hurt. But I was like, it's worth it, you know? Like, these folks ain't nothing compared to God. You feel me? I was like, these folks ain't nothing compared to God. So I was like, well, so I went to isolation for like 2 months, I think. What that was, February, March, April. So like 3 months and a half, something like that. So, after my birthday, I'm not gonna lie. So, before I made that prayer, I told myself, I said, after your birthday, you can't do this again. My birthday is January 16th. So, 2022, January 16th, I got drunk. I did drunk bowling. I was out there. I said, I can't do this no more. I said, this is it. Oh, and for New Year's, y'all, for New Year's, I even got drunk. Like, it was, like, what is wrong with me? But yeah, so my birthday was the last day I got drunk. So a year ago, January 16th was the last day I got drunk. And last day I did, that I can remember, did anything that, like, you know, was attached to my old lifestyle. So, yeah. So after that, I came to the school and I was like slowly like cutting everybody off, slowly like getting myself together slowly, you know what I'm saying? But I remember specifically right in this folder, this one right here, February 4th, 2022, giving my life to Christ. And yeah, it just feels so good to like let go and to let him take control, you know. And I do not regret it not one bit, because I promise you, yeah. But yeah, so February 4th I went in isolation, started making more content, start attacking my goals, learning who I was, learning to love God, learning to accept God's love, and learning to love myself and others, loving like God. Like, I just worked on like creating myself to be a woman of God that he called me to be, you know what I'm saying? Worked on being a woman of God, how that looks, what is that, you know, how to have a true relationship with him. If y'all want me to go deeper into that, I can go deeper into that too. Like, I've learned so much within a year time, y'all. And I just want to help people like that's probably going through the same thing I was going through that freshman year in college, get to where I'm at or above me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to help people learn to have a relationship with Christ, you know? So yeah, I was just slowly learning, like, it's not all about the laws and commandments, and more to that with God, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, learning the purpose of Jesus, learning the purpose of his sacrifice, learning grace, justification, learning all these things, y'all. I've learned so much. And I wouldn't be where I am today. I probably would be dead, y'all. I probably would have be somewhere. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, like, God is so good, y'all. I'm not lying. Like, there is nothing like God. Nothing. The creator, nothing is more powerful than God, the creator, Jesus Christ, the Son. Like, nothing can top them. You feel me? And Holy Spirit, I ain't left you out either. Like, nothing can top the Holy Spirit. Nothing, that conviction gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? And that way, the Holy Spirit was constantly convicting me, like, the whole time I was doing this. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. Da, da, da. Holy Spirit was getting at me. But yeah, so time go by. If y'all want me to go more in detail about like the sequence of what happened each month, I could do that in another video. But this video is just for me to celebrate and tell y'all a little bit about how I gave my life to Christ and took this journey serious, and to actually I want y'all to hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that accountability. Like, I want y'all to, you know, just correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that. I don't mind being criticized by the internet. I don't mind like people teaching me new things. I love learning, you know. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy my story. If y'all want me to go deeper and deeper into it, let me know. Comment down below, and I will. So but yeah, go follow me on all my social medias, y'all. And you know, just comment, subscribe, whatever. I'm not perfect. I'm still getting there. I'm still learning. Nobody's perfect in their walk with Christ. We will never be perfect. We will never have it all together. That's the point of living for Christ. Plus more. But yeah. Bye.